Some news from the cave, and this is a special one. You guys already know my Type 7, it's the one over there, and Lord and behold, the second one, same scale, much more elaborate with gizmos and functional things. This is the upper deck. I hope there's enough light, but I will take it off and I'll put it on the boat for better view later on. There's to be some explanation. This boat was the boat of my mentor, the one who taught me everything how to build my Type 7. And unfortunately last year the poor man died, and this boat stayed on the attic at him for more than a year, and it was not functional anymore. So now I'm in working order, trying to revive the boat. As you can see, I'm charging the receiver pack now. The result so far is I can drive it, I can dive it, I can control the periscopes, snorkel. What still is out of order is the extra gizmos like diving alarm, torpedoes of course, and with this boat came this transmitter. So we have to find out which button does the thing. And the first thing where I started with was this kind of schedule. I'll show it to you. I hope it's visible. Lay it on the ground, maybe better. This is the general layout below from the transmitter. Already found out some things, but everybody has his own way of building a submarine, so certainly he has. And he's got more buttons on board. I found out this is for the air compressor. Pushing it front is manual, turning it back is auto, and that works with, over here there's a little air switch that controls the pressure inside the boat. This one is for moving the antennas. I'll show that. I'll bring it on the power. You can see it turn. And this is meant for turning both the antennas and, I'll shut it down later on, and both this gun will rotate at the same time with the antenna. So he made it in such a way that if you put the switch out, it will turn to 0.0 and it will stop. This button over here is the main power switch. Pulling it back will activate the boat. This one is a very special one. The battery packs inside are coupled. So if you want to charge the battery packs, you have to position this switch in another position so they will be separated electrically from each other. So that's a bit of an issue. I found it out today, and I already have the boat in my possession from Saturday, so there was a little bit of wiggling to find this out. There's another switch over here. If I put this switch on, I'll show it in front, then this mechanic will come in order, and this is for both the hydrophone turning and for the torpedo load mechanism. You can place a torpedo just like I made before, a torpedo loading device, and it will be driven by this contraption. And over here, this is the hydrophone. It will swivel during power. So anchor is active also. It's got 4 front tubes, just like my boat has 4 front tubes. Scale is the same. This one has a wooden inlay deck. I will be back later for showing the deck. I will place it on and we'll make a display. Then we can see what we have more. Okay, the deck is finally on. I had some issues with the tower, but those are solved. It's over here, antenna is extended, snorkel is down. It's fastened pretty much the same way as my boat. This screw you can turn counterclockwise, and if I do that, I'll show that. It will release the deck. Again, the other way around will lock the deck. I have that hidden with me over here in one of those hatches. I've got my locking screw over here, so that's pretty much the same. This is for the winch, for winching up the torpedo load mechanism over here. Hydrophone over there. Let's turn some things, and first I'll start up switch over here, and then you can see what happens. Antenna will turn. This gun is self-centered, so it will after a few moments it will grab up like this, as you can see, and it will turn a complete cycle over here. So I've seen it so many times, but it's still fun to do, and I'm still glad it still functions over here. It also, but it's hard to see over here, is that the searchlight is also moving. You can see that it's turning very slowly. So in some strange way the man succeeded in coupling all those things. Now you will wonder, if you'll shut it down, what will happen. I will wait for the complete cycle. Shut it off, and there's a 0 point over here, and the antenna will stop in the right position for lowering the antenna. Simply madness, but alright, we have to go on. I'll have a look over here. It's a little bit tricky, but it can be done. I'll push against it. The other mechanism is started. Here you can see the hydrophone, and I don't think it's in the right position over there. We have to see it. Still have to check something. This thing won't turn, but it has to turn. Now you can see it's turning some directions over here. So this is also pretty straightforward. We'll shut it down. There's also a grip over here, so you can lock the deck, and with locking the deck you can see that the gun has moved. If you do that, the gun will be free and not locked over here. If you put it the other way around, it will center itself inside the mechanism for turning. So now you can lift it up and turn it in the desired position. So we'll unlock it, so it's now engaged to the mechanism over here. Start up the switch, and everything starts to turn. You can also do, this is manual, this is for static display. You can also do that with the transmitter, but it's a little bit tricky to show that. And if I want to have the gun in a normal position, you saw it. Now it's locked again in neutral, and pulling it back will engage it again. Have to find out from the transmission, have to charge the receiver batteries, and there are some defects inside the boat. I can't switch all gizmos. I presume these are the things for the anchor winch, for arming the torpedo mechanism. I know for sure those 5 are for the tubes, hatches halfway open, full open and fire, full open and fire. Those were for demonstration purposes, only for the front tubes, and those were the lower tubes and the rear tube. This one probably from arming the torpedo system, so it can be used in this way unless you arm it. This one is for the anchor winch, only going in one direction, but I think that's related to this over here. So all in all, a beautiful boat, wooden inlaid, in my eyes a masterpiece, and it will be revived. So until next time.